Unfamiliar is an Australian-produced magical cat game. It's whimsical, it's very light, it's not actually going to appeal to absolutely everyone, but I find it really quite delightfully charming. Now, lots of games are all about that kind of pew-pew action, blowing apart as many opponents into meaty chunks as you can manage, and that's totally not what Unfamiliar is about. If anything, it's all about that purr action instead. I first came across Unfamiliar at PAX Oz, and I was kicking myself at the time for not picking up a copy, but I was recently reminded of its existence, so I grabbed a copy. You can grab it via Steam. It's relatively inexpensive, and I've been getting to grips with it over the past week. Now, Unfamiliar casts you in the role of you, a magical cat, the cat that you can see on screen, and it's basically a collection game with some very light puzzle and exploration elements. But when I say very light, I should point out there's no energy bars, there's no enemies to fight, no boss battles, there's no fail states at all. You simply just pad around as this delightful little magical cat, collecting things, crafting new items, growing plants, growing out your world, and exploring new, what they call storybook worlds. That's not necessarily going to appeal, obviously, to the pew-pew crowd. The challenge very much has to be what you make of it, and what I find it to be is an amazingly relaxing game. It's just nice to kind of pick up a controller and wander around a bit, collect a few things, craft a few things, and of course, change the look of you, the cat itself. The ability to adorn you with all manner of costumes, collars, backpacks, and even different fur designs gives the game much of its charm, but it's also just fun to watch you meander, run, jump, and purr around the game's levels. You is delightfully animated, but you also stands in stark contrast to the game's levels, which are quite minimalistic, but then they're meant to be these magical storybook worlds. I think it's an aesthetic that actually works really, really, really well. I also appreciate the fact that you isn't your kind of standard, terribly cutesy video game cat. This is a much more realistic looking animal. Well, you know, if you discount the star, fur patterns, and the bat wings, and all the other weird and wonderful things that you can adorn you with if the mood takes you. Unfamiliar isn't terribly long unless there's some really esoterically hidden content that's yet to emerge, but it is just relaxing and charming. It's nice to just wander around the levels, collect a few things, craft a few things, check how your garden plants are growing because they'll provide you with more ingredients to unlock further hats or backpacks or amulets. Short is not necessarily a problem though. I'd much rather have a nice game experience that was the right length than one that felt arbitrarily padded, and this isn't a particularly expensive game either. There are some areas that could use a little tightening. Their controls and what you're really doing is not terribly well explained at first. Obviously that lack of challenge will not appeal to everyone, and in some cases you kind of need to backtrack and wander around where you're trying to work out how to unlock certain things or find certain ingredients particularly. Also, I don't think I've collected this many fluffy magical balls in a game since the last time I played Bubsy. But still, as a relaxing game, one for cat lovers everywhere, I think developer Mana T Games have actually put out an excellent little title, and this is really just highly recommended. That's my take anyway. What do you think of Unfamiliar? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.